All right. Welcome, everybody. Let me just make sure everything's good to go. We're going to be looking at a live property today. And by the end of this, maybe you putting an offer in on the place. The place is found. We're going to underwrite it, analyze it, do everything we need to do to kind of understand the process of how we look at properties through the scope of STRs. And we got some templates, some giveaways that I'll give you access to. Actually, I think it should be in the description below that you'll have access to this recording and some other things. So I'm actually on vacation right now in Florida. We got a pool right here. Got the in-laws over there. Hope everybody's doing well. We'll jump right into it. If you have any questions on any of this, drop it in the comments. I'll be answering live. I want this to be super valuable for you. This can be kind of complicated. I'll just kind of breeze through it. Should be done in 20, 30 minutes. But if you have any questions on a specific area, let me know. All right, cool. So let's see. Let me share my screen and we'll get right into it. Let me make sure everybody can hear me. Give me a thumbs up in the chat. Make sure my audio is good. Had some connectivity issues on Wednesday when we did one of these. Honestly, should have brought my sunglasses. All right. So this is, let me just make sure you guys can see this. All right, screen share. This should be good to go. All right, so this property is located in Mint Hill. We actually found it using our what we're calling the investor portal. We sent this to a couple investors. I think it's a great investment, but I'll kind of show you kind of how we underwrote it at a super high level. I'm just gonna find it again, make sure we got the most up to date. All right, so Tufts Drive, this one right here. So this is in Mint Hill. So originally this came up on our portal as a about a 12% ROI. We've got multiple runs here just because if it picks up something that's still for sale, it'll run it a couple times, and the AirDNA numbers can change revenue wise, which is why this was here. We essentially adjusted it down a little bit based on the comps, which we'll go through today. So I've done a little bit of prep just to make this not kind of fumbling through it, but there is a lot that I haven't prepped for. So this is the property right here. Kind of give you a high level of where it's at in Charlotte. Kind of Mint Hill area. Matthews right here. You got Uptown right here. So it is close to kind of Reedy Park. But yeah, technically, I think it's technically Mint Hill. So we're onboarding another property right literally on the outskirts of Mint Hill, crossing over from Matthews. So this is a good area, honestly. Our portal has been pulling us to this area because there are a lot of properties over here, specifically bigger properties, that are doing very well, like 80 to 100 grand well, which is pretty hard to find in Charlotte. It's challenging. So kind of got the old Sycamore golf plantation over here. But let me go back, kind of give you an idea of what this property looks like on the inside. And I'll jump back and forth. As I'm sharing my screen, I can't see the comments. So if there's something, nothing yet. All right, so this property, high level, not cheap, but I'll explain why I think this is a good investment. So typically, most of the properties that we're seeing are the bigger single family homes. And I don't think this is on accident. Like I mentioned earlier on the Q&A on Wednesday, it's all about purchase price to revenue. With the bigger single family homes, the revenue jumps up significantly to make these purchase prices make sense. So let's see, Tufts. All right, so this is a 3,000 square foot. So, pretty big single family home. It's been on the market like 30 days. Yeah, so this originally hit our radar a couple weeks ago, but we'll kind of go into it why I think it hasn't sold yet. Just to kind of get a lay of the land, I'll really just look at the property, from a consumer perspective, not really an investor perspective yet, more of just like, okay, is this like, is it overpriced? Is it underpriced? Why would it be overpriced or underpriced? So big open concept here. This is virtually staged, which, love it or hate it, it's a unique kind of way to look at this. So this looks pretty good virtually staged. Like, it could probably fool a lot of people. But bigger open concept here, huge room here. We do have, we got carpet here. So like older kind of design. What is this? This is built 2005. So, not an old house by any means. Immediately, I think. So if you can follow me on Instagram, we are redesigning my property. We just turned the 2-car garage, very similar to this, into a game room, and man, it's been a huge hit. That's something that I'm really high on right now. Is if you've got enough parking here, like a 2-car garage is pretty useless for short-term rentals. Just turn it into a game room. You will not be disappointed. All right, kind of going through here. So, big open rooms, kitchen. Looks like it's kind of leading into the living room. I see that TV stand right here. All right, so on these properties, like especially these bigger houses, I mean, we got to think, okay, 6 bedrooms, right? We're going to host 12 to, maybe 14, maybe 16 guests, depending on the common area sleeping arrangements, which we'll get into. 3,000 square foot. One thing that I always like to look at is, okay, logically, if we're sleeping 12 to 15 guests, how many bathrooms in the place? Like if this was a 6-2, 12 people, 15 people it just wouldn't make sense, right? 3 full beds, even at 2.5, it's kind of pushing it. But if 3 fulls, like that makes this a lot more like, okay, check that box. I think we could probably get max occupancy, and at least to pertain to that bigger group. So one thing to keep in mind is, even if you list for 15 people, not every reservation is going to be 15 people. You're going to get some 7, 8, 9s. Every now and then you'll get somebody that wants to max it out. But making sure there's enough bathrooms is a huge part here. So this right here, this area, I invest in the common spaces, right? If you've been following me, I like to invest in design and amenities, because that's something you can control. And you could put a hot tub pool and a place anywhere, and it will drive revenue. So this, I mean, you already got a foundation here to add some sweet outdoor amenities. I'm thinking, hot tub, pool, probably not here just based on the layout, but like Adirondack chairs, fire pit here. You could get wild and crazy here. This is going to be, I would probably say, the hero shot if done well. Hero shot's just the first image on the listing. So this is where I would invest all the capital. It does have really good curb appeal. Like, this house looks really good from the street. That's interesting. I forgot this was here. Got a nice little getaway. I don't know what you want to call it. Actually, we got 2 pads. Sorry, I haven't looked at this in about a week. You got one pad here connected to the deck, and then another one back here. So I mean, you could do some pretty cool stuff. Maybe fire pit here. Putting greens have been a very popular addition. We've got 3 properties that putting greens, and guests love it, and is relatively inexpensive to do. I think maybe 10 to 20K. But it's a huge hit. Definitely is going to make it in the top 5 photos. So huge deck here. This is great. I mean, the opportunities are endless here. You got, it looks like a dining room off the kitchen. So I mean, big open rooms. I love the hardwoods, easy to clean. Not as easy as tile, but better than carpet. All right, and then we're kind of getting into the basic bathrooms. Carpet, I don't love, but I probably would just keep it. I think this one is pretty turnkey. Yeah, it looks like all the bedrooms have carpet in it. Here's a little floor plan, but that's kind of the property from an investor standpoint. From here, now it's the next step is vetting the numbers with what we pulled in from AirDNA. So this is software that we built. We use it for our clients. If you want access, just let me know. I can figure out a way to do that. But so this one right here, this is kind of the quick underwriting of what we thought it would do. So what we do here, we'll just jump over to, let me copy this address over to AirDNA. We pay for AirDNA. I think they have a free version. I just don't know what it gets you. AirDNA is the most. AirDNA gets a lot of crap, to be honest with you, but it's the most accurate thing that I've seen. Rabu is always 10 to 20 grand under real numbers. There's some other tools, STR Insights. I didn't really find any value from that. But this is kind of the potential here. I think the free, it used to have the free, you couldn't unlock the comps down here, but on the paid, obviously you get everything. So this is the property. So first thing to do here is I can do a whole nother AirDNA how to use this training. I could do an hour long on that. Let me know in the comments if that's something that would be valuable. All right. Looks like somebody just got back from a walk. Okay, so first thing is how many beds, how many baths? 6 beds, 3 full baths. So making sure AirDNA. So by default, it looks like it pulled to 5. I don't know why, but we'll add this here. So 6-3. Just now, I'm curious. I'll go up and down on the guest counts a little bit just to see if that changes the revenue. Some. So we'll start at 12 guests and see what that looks like. So it looks like from 10 to 12, it didn't change the revenue at all. And I'll kind of go up and down by 2 and just see if there's any discrepancies. I'm assuming since this is a 6-bedroom, there's just not many comps. If you go down to like a 2-3, changing the guest count will usually bump it up a decent amount. So, all right, it looks like we're pretty much in the, according to AirDNA, about 90. Let's see if we go up. I actually haven't done this. Yeah, so we're still at 97. So if you see a huge kind of jump, just now it's the manual work, which no software I've found will go through the comps for you. So you got a little grid over here to kind of high level look at the comps that it pulls in, and depending on this, like what the actual property looks like, we'll compare this property to the comps. So, all right, high level, we've got 133. Got this one with a pool, and I'm looking at bed baths and guest counts here. So this one's pretty similar. You got 5 beds, 16 guests, probably somewhere close to where we're at. This one, immediately pool. It's a unique amenity. Looks like it's a little closer to Charlotte. Where's that at? Wildwoods, Idlewild. Okay, so a little bit closer to the city, which could, it's probably a better location than this. But with pools, uh, that'll add 10 to 20 grand in revenue. So it's hard to really comp um, a pool with a no pool. I think for here you could probably chop off 20 grand and say this one does maybe 90 to 95 without it. Newer listing, decent reviews. This one, I mean, this looks like the shining star. 100 reviews, 5-star. We'll get into the individual ones. I'll just kind of high level view the comps and then kind of dive into those after that. So there's a 5, 3 with 10. Not doing. That. I don't know if this is maybe mismanaged, not designed well, no amenities. I don't know, but that's a really low number. So I'll just ignore it. 50 mid 50s, so 12 guests. This one, okay, looks like another 5. So this is 3.5, so a little bit more bedrooms. 12 guests. This one's doing 130 to 160 roughly. Same thing here. This one is underperforming. Okay, so I mean, honestly, more comps than I was expecting in this kind of range. But all these are, every single one is 5 beds. You know what that looks like to me is opportunity. I mean, nobody. There is not a 6 bed in this comp. Even though the guest count is similar, having an additional bedroom, it'll help with reviews and potentially occupancy. So, all right. So we got one here. This one's doing 100, about 70. This one looks pretty well designed. So I'll just kind of brief through here and then click into the ones that are, I would say, the closest. So this one right here, Retreat Woods. This one looks like the closest. Okay, so it's at least been listed for 2 years, which is good. Gives this a little more credit. And then I'll kind of go through these one by one. Is this valuable? Let me know. All right, so it's a beautiful outside. You got a fire pit here, nice yard. It looks like plenty of space. And then we'll just repeat what we just did. I'm going to go through it a little quicker, just for time's sake. But they got a little event space here. This is really cool. Whoa, this is huge. Jeez. Yeah, I mean that's awesome right here. I mean this. You could do something similar here. Obviously, it's not enclosed, but same type layout here. This is huge. But I mean, this is how they're sleeping 16 guests right here. You got another nice outdoor area here. I love that little swing. Yeah, so I mean, this property's done very well. But I think you could mimic this pretty well. Nothing like super unique. The outdoor space is probably the most unique place. But yeah, decorated well. Oh, they got a little curtain there. All right, so what's this doing? 130. Yeah, I mean that's makes sense. I think this is probably the upper end. It looks like so far. And then we'll go. So let me just make sure this one. Let's go to the pool. Okay, so this has only been listed a year. It looks like November 2023. So I like to have at least a year, which says it is, but yeah, we're a little over a year here. You can actually you can see what they booked at, what price. It's an estimate. It's not 100% accurate, but it's pretty good to kind of spot check. All right, 30 reviews, so fairly new. Makes sense. About a year. Newer kitchen. It's open. It's kind of small for, like I said, 12 guests maybe. Yeah, I mean, pretty standard design. It's a cool little bookshelf. All right. I think that gives. Yeah, I mean, this is why people are booking this place right here. This little pool house, fire pit. It's a cool little deck right here. Yeah, so this is why people are. Um, ooh, this is more like it. Man, why is this not top 5 photos? Uncovered stage that pool table game room. Yeah, that's more like it right there. This place is is really cool inside. Oh, okay, they do have it. Yeah, all right, perfect. Good work, good work. All right. So this one, yeah, I mean this is probably pretty accurate. Game room and pool, low 6 figs. This one, I usually don't put a lot of clout into these because some things, I mean, yeah, I usually just skip over these. Let's go to the other ones that are pulling the weight. I'll really just verify um, verify the upside in the revenue and then try to compare, because this is looks like they're only listed on Airbnb. So definitely some opportunity there. I would list on both Airbnb, Verbo. Oh yeah, this is really nice. Yeah, I love those windows. Yeah, it's a sweet living room right here. Looks like a luxury kitchen. Oh yeah, yeah, this place is nice. This, I think this is really important. A table to seat all your guests. So if you're going to have 16, I mean, there's not 16 chairs here, but you got a decent amount of seating here. It looks like you got 3 or 4 bar stools here. I always like to say, don't eat in shifts. Like, have enough seats so where everybody can eat together. It's I know guests that just won't book places unless they have a huge table where they can eat together. Nice little loft area. Yeah, it's definitely done well. Anything else? That's a cool wall. Love that. Oh yeah, that's more like a grill. Get a little green egg maybe, red egg. Okay, that's cool too for the kiddos. Yeah, this is a really good listing right here. Yeah, makes sense. They're doing 160. This one, let's see, kitchen. Yeah, definitely not. I wouldn't consider this high end luxury like that one. So, kind of deduct a little bit of points from that. All right. So, oh, actually, let me make sure this has been listed for. Has this been listed? Yeah. Okay. So at least 2 years. Yep. Jan, Feb's always the slowest months. Okay. All right. That gives me some confidence that this is the high end. This is probably the highest end of this. So that's kind of what we'll do. Um, just vetting the numbers. Let me actually look at this one. So this one, 15 guests, 5, 3.5. You got another one here doing 70s. Spot check this one. All right, listed a year. Okay, good. 2 years worth of history here. Looks like it's done better in 2024. Let's see if kind of got momentum. All right, sweet. So let me. So this one has done 100. Let's see what this one looks like inside. Really good photo here. Couple bathrooms, living room, laundry. Love some fake plants. Ooh, that's unique. It's a big kitchen. Jeez. Okay, overlooking that living room right there too. That's cool. Yeah, that's a really. I mean, this little piece right here. Good job, whoever built this, designed this. Love the little accent wall here. Super easy, cheap way to just make rooms stand out. Same thing here. I like that blue. This is how they're sleeping 15 right here. I like the little kid theme. It's pretty cool. I'm actually doing something like that to my Airbnb right now. Doing some redesign. All right. So this huge back patio. It's a good looking house up front too. Ooh, game room right there. Plenty of parking. You don't even need the indoor. Yeah, I mean this, man. Invest in that. Turn that bad boy into a game room. Hot tub, games back here. This is doing now 90. I mean that's pretty on par. I think with a couple of those added amenities, this could be a 120, 130 property, something like that. I mean the bones are really good here. So yeah, you're sleeping 15, solid reviews, enough history. Yeah, you could invest a little bit into those in the outdoor and in the game room and pump that up. So that's kind of vetting the numbers here. So now we kind of go back here and think like, could this do it? And I absolutely think this could be a 100 to 110 property. We vetted it at about a 92 gross revenue. And I always like to shoot these low just because I would rather be under promise over deliver. So at this one, you're at a 7%. This is also with 7.5 interest rate, 25% down. Where is management? Okay, so this is with 20% management fee as well. So this is, I mean, fully turnkey. What do we got for furnishing? So we had put it at about a 30 grand furnishing budget. Could be a little higher if you're doing game room, hot tub, things like that. Maybe 35, 40 if you really want to hit this peak number. But yeah, at all that, I mean, this property is almost a 7%er at the conservative side. Now, one thing I want to kind of show you is, say you just want to self-manage this bad boy. Cut this out. I mean, this turns into a 16%er. Who wouldn't buy that? Let's walk down this road a little. So let's say it does Say it does 100. Which, by the way, AirDNA had it at, I think, 97. I always like to underprice, just shoot it low. If it makes sense at the low number, it'll, you'll be very surprised at the high number. I mean, say it hits 100 grand. I mean, that's 20% cash on cash. Like, people always say there's no deals out there, but like, here's one right here. This is the best one we found in the last couple of weeks. Especially if you're self-manager, or if you put 50% down. This changes a decent amount. This is cash flow. I usually talk about the ROI, but the cash flows, those need to be hand in hand. Usually they'll go in reverse. Your ROI will go down if your cash flow goes up, and vice versa. But this one's $3,000 cash flow after expenses, after everything. Let me kind of put this back to where I think it will actually be, and then we'll wrap up here. Where's my? Here we go. $2,000. Let me put back the management as well. There we go. All right, sweet. Got the stuff pasted. So, make sure it saves, and we'll get rocking and rolling. So hopefully that was helpful. That's kind of the process, literally from start to finish, for one property. So the goal is to underwrite them at bulk, and then only focus on like the top 5 to 10. We're doing this weekly, but if you want more info, shoot me a DM, and appreciate everybody for joining.